What I was going to ask you, EQ, is like, at what age did he start talking crazy like this? Like, as the little brother that just like starts
Um,
spouting off craziness.
I want to say I think it was when I went to college. I think like when he started balling out in modern day. I would see
When he,
highlights
when
of
he
him.
had the
Crazy. I
blonde hair.
was.
Yeah, I'd see highlights of him like punting the ball in the stands or like
Yeah.
he wasn't doing that before. But when I left, like when he left Servite and went to modern day, and I went to Notre Dame, I would see the videos on like Twitter or social media and stuff like that, and then that's when he started acting a little crazy. He lost his mind a little bit, but
Don't listen to this bozo, bro. Do not listen to him. What's up, guys? We're back with the St. Brown Brothers with the 33rd team. Like I said last episode, I got a special guest who means a lot to me. Part of the reason why I love Detroit. EQ is here. My guy, Jared Goff. We got him on. He's been bugging me. He's finally on. I know you guys got some questions for him, but we're going to start off right away with some rapid-fire questions. So appreciate you coming, Jared. I'm going first. What's the first Super Bowl that you remember?
Ooh, that's a good question. What was it? 03 Carolina versus New England. I think it's 03. I think I was probably 9 then. That's the first one I remember. I think it was Brady's first.
I do not remember that one at all. Okay. What's your favorite non-home stadium to play in?
Arizona.
Why?
For 2 reasons. Well, a few reasons. We won there a lot.
Okay.
It's grass and it's also indoors.
True.
And their fans are fun because they get loud, but not like crazy loud. So it's like a good like atmosphere to play in front of, but it's not like disorientingly loud where it's it can be tough at times. So it's kind of
home away from the grass is horrible there. Is that true?
Yeah, it is terrible.
I know the Super Bowl they had issues. It was always fine for us when we played there when I was in LA.
Interesting, because I was just talking to Josh Schuler. He was like, "Yeah, when they played before we got there, they said all the players were slipping." I'm like, "That's interesting."
Yeah, we never had that issue. Maybe we just played them early in the year every year, but we never had it.
Right. Okay. Musical artists you listen to most? Let me guess before you go. Drake.
No. I listen to most right now. It's going to be somebody you don't even know. His name's Zach Bryan.
He's a country
singer. Yeah, he just came out with a new album. I listen to a lot of Eminem actually, and it's been fun to be in Detroit and meet him last year. Me and you had a good experience with him. And, say hi to him, but yeah, he's probably my favorite of all time. I listen to him a lot.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. When were you hit the hardest? Like, when was your hardest hit in the league?
Ooh,
or in college? Yeah, or in college, I guess.
Oh man, I got in college. I'll start there. I got hit by Shane Scove, if you remember that name, at Stanford. He was the big linebacker. He actually separated my shoulder on the hit. Was a huge one. His last game of the year, and then Eric Kendricks got me one time in Minnesota. We ran like a wide zone play action, and he added as the mic right down the middle, and hit me right under the chin. I thought I bit my tongue off. I remember that one. Some of those right down the middle. I mean, nowadays we don't get hit quite the same because of the rules, but back then they would come in high and hot. And
you said back then, like he's
so old.
That was 6 years ago. That was 2017 when that happened.
What about the hit? What about the hit Sherman put on you?
Yeah, see that one didn't hurt that bad. That one like looked bad, but it didn't. That one didn't hurt.
I'm gonna need that clip inserted right as I said that. That boy he's actually showed me it. I remember that.
That was my rookie year. I don't know. It was like my 3rd or 4th start, and he didn't hit me in the head. He like clipped me in the shoulder, so it didn't hurt that bad. It looked bad because it was. I kind of didn't see him coming, but it didn't hurt.
That's what I said. I feel like the ones that look the worst don't always hurt the most. It's the ones that
don't see where they hit you just right in the chest or in the chin.
Right. Movie you've seen the most?
Inception.
Okay.
DiCaprio.
My brother's a big movie guy. He's probably
seen. Wait, have you seen it? Have you seen it, Amon?
No, I haven't. I'm not a big.
No, he's a child.
He falls asleep in every movie. He just goes to movies.
He's
a little ass kid. Anyways, who's your favorite player growing up? Not named Joe Montana.
Peyton.
Peyton.
When I was growing up, if you're a quarterback, it was either Peyton or Tom, and for whatever reason, I just chose Peyton and wrote book reports on Peyton and dressed up as him for Halloween, and he was my guy.
Okay, big Peyton guy. My brother, he doesn't think there's an album that has no skips. If you had to pick an album with no skips, which one would it be?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. I mean, I could go Drake. Scorpion, I think was great. That was like 2018, and then Eminem, the Eminem Show, what was that, like 2003 or something? Unbelievable. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if there is
yet.
one though. I think that's a good.
Okay.
That's a good point. I don't know if I have that.
I like
creative.
Drake Views for me was for sure fire.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was good.
Staying on music, do you remember your first ever concert you went to and who it was?
Yeah, it was Taylor Swift. It was like 2018. I went with my mom and my sister for their birthday. I took them there for their birthday, and that was my first concert. It was 2018 in the Rose Bowl, and I actually met Kobe Bryant that night. It was pretty cool.
Ooh, Kobe. We don't get me started on the Kobe LeBron conversation. We can save that for another day. Who's the funniest teammate you've ever had?
Funniest teammate. Oh man, Aqib Talib's up there.
Really?
Oh yeah, him, Marcus Peters, those two guys going back and forth for the couple years we were together, shooting our team. I mean, gosh,
I feel like some might say Kirby on our team. I don't know.
Kirby's hilarious. Kirby is funny. Kirby is probably our funniest guy. Trying to think of somebody on offense. I mean, you're funny at times. I thought DJ was funny.
DJ was.
DJ was.
Who would
good.
you say? Name who's the funniest guy on your team?
Now,
don't say Bayless. Please don't say Bayless.
I'm not gonna say Bayless. No, I'm not saying Bayless. That's a good question, bro.
Yeah, I should have thought.
I don't think we have a clear top one funniest guy right now currently. No, I'm thinking about it.
I feel like defense usually.
Bro, Demo cracked me up too. Montgomery.
Demo's
yeah, he was hilarious. If he was on our team, he was funny. He funny.
Cracks me up.
Yeah, he was hilarious. I don't know. Okay. Now think about this question. Like, just really think about it. If you had to pick one team, USC or Notre Dame, who are you picking? Just think about it.
He's a hater.
Just think about it.
No, like right now or ever?
Ever.
It's USC. Like I grew up in the Liner, Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Okay, what about right now?
Still USC.
It's still USC right now, but there was some years where you guys were going to the national championship and stuff where USC wasn't very good.
Yeah.
You probably wanted to go to USC, huh? But did they offer you?
No, they didn't offer me. I would have gone probably.
See, hey, not everyone can go to SC. You know what I mean?
No, I wasn't good enough to get that offer like you. I didn't go to Modern Day.
Nah, you're big stay-at-home guy. Big stay-at-home guy.
All right. So that was the end of the rapid
I
fire.
knew there were options. I only had a couple offers. I had to stay at Cal.
It worked out for you, huh? It worked out. First overall pick. Must be nice. Can't relate.
What pick were you?
112. Greenwood was sick, though. I was in the Greenwood, this last at the draft?
I remember you posted that
appetizers
on the jugs.
You remember that?
Was that after the first night?
That was after second
No,
night.
day two. Say day two. What was your first impression of Amon when you met him? Like, be honest. Like, what did you first think of him when you first met him?
He was much quieter when he was a rookie. He was much more, just put his head down, go to work, and now he's still a hard worker, obviously, and that was the thing that jumped out right away was his work ethic. But I think his personality has come out in the last couple of years, and it's a lot of fun to play with him.
Yeah, and what was it like building chemistry with him, like as a rookie? Was it like tough, or like did he get a lot of reps in at practice, or what was that like?
It's funny. I wanted him on the field more because we were thin at receiver, and I knew like, all right, this guy's a rookie. I can kind of, in my own way, mold him and try to teach him as best I can. And the best thing about him is he's always trying to learn. He's always asking questions. He's always, being a student of the game. And those are the best guys I've been around at receiver are the ones that want to learn and work as hard as he does. And as a rookie, I could tell that, he could be great if he kept doing it. And you're seeing it now.
My dog. Okay, this is a loaded question. I know your dad played in the MLB. You were young. I know you didn't see much of him play. How much did you play baseball growing up? If you did it help you as a quarterback? Like, how did that all work out?
Yeah, I played baseball. My dad played professionally, and then I played baseball and basketball and football. But yeah, baseball it helped create like different arm angles. I played shortstop, so like I don't know, like a back-footed throw from shortstop is very similar to like a back-footed throw in the pocket sometimes, and sliding to your left and throwing is very similar to getting a ground ball to your left and then throwing it to first. So
Right.
a lot of those movements kind of carried over and made it easier for me to play quarterback. And in hoops, I'd take you down any day you want, but there was some times
Oh
where
wow.
those helped
Never.
too.
Both of you guys could never see me.
Wait,
The
last time
problem
we
is
played King of the Hill. Who won?
You got you won against the 5'4" dude.
No,
You
I
scored
didn't
your
score.
final bucket on a 5'4" dude.
I scored it on you.
No, you didn't. That little black guy.
I scored on you.
him.
No,
He
the
was
final
five-
bucket.
55-year-old man.
No, remember, put it on your ACL. I pumped you.
Bro,
Jump. We can ask
50
Craig right now. Craig was there right now. I can call him right now. I pumped you and I jumped and I hit it. What are you talking
You
about?
scored most of your
Thanks for
buckets.
making-
versus
No,
the
I
OG.
didn't. No, I didn't. I scored my final bucket on you.
he makes stuff up, and
He does. He does. He is like short term.
Wait, Jared, what happened? We played. I know it wasn't serious, but what happened?
We
Okay,
never
you
played
did-
on the
like-
basketball hoop in the football field.
Yeah, what happened?
It was 1-0
I was
you.
giving this dude buckets, straight hell.
It was
He's like,
on
you
grass.
can't shoot. He's like,
It was
shoot.
on-
I sunk one. He's like, all right, let me play him up. Right when he got up to me, I shook his ass out the. But watch my dominant hand every time
Bro.
too.
He acts like I'm not like 6'4" and like athletic.
Thank you. Exactly.
Athletics.
I mean, I'm somewhat athletic and athletic enough.
Can you dunk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta warm up a little bit, but I can dunk.
Okay.
You're like my brother. You can barely dunk.
Can you
I
dunk?
dunked in 8th grade.
Come on, bro.
He
I'm
can't
dunking-
dunk. He
I'm
can't
dunking
dunk.
easy. I
He
promise.
can't dunk.
Bro, don't make me. I'm gonna have to send you the video. Mike.
He needs to oop. He needs to oop to
You're gonna have
dunk.
to post it like as we're speaking because they're disrespecting me right now.
It takes like 100 tries. Like he's like, record this one. I'm in the gym just recording for fucking hours trying to get a dunk.
Please no one.
Yeah. Okay. So I know we kind of touched on that a little bit, but what was your recruiting like coming out of high school?
I was pretty under recruited. Where I'm from in the Bay Area, it's not like the hotbed of modern day. We don't get as many college coaches out there watching us play. So we also played on Saturday afternoons, which is a hard time for college coaches to come watch you. So I wasn't recruited much. After my junior year, I had a good junior year. I went to Cal's junior day in like March of the next in the spring, and I got the offer that day. And then about a week later, Boise State and Washington State offered me. And then I committed to Cal about 3 weeks after that, and that was kind of the end of it.
Wait, I never asked you this. Did you never want to go to Stanford? Because I know that's like
Yeah, I would have gone. I would have considered Stanford if they had offered me. I was really focused on 4 schools. It was Cal, UCLA, USC, and Stanford. And Cal was the only school that offered me, and I'm so thankful I was able to go there.
right.
Yeah. Did you take any trips and like, do you have any fun stories?
I only
About
took
trips?
one official to Cal, and it was nothing crazy. I wish I would have taken more in hindsight, but I graduated early and didn't really have time to go through that whole process as a senior.
Cal
Yeah.
paid good, huh?
Cal, what?
They paid good.
Not a dollar.
Not a dollar.
Not a
Never
dollar.
saw a dollar. I know USC was doing something for you guys.
Cal paid great.
I wish. I never saw a dollar, and
Same.
nowadays, who knows what I would have been making.
Yeah.
Never saw a penny.
Me
NIL
neither.
now is
Tragic.
crazy.
Tragic.
Hey, I'm telling you, I never saw a penny.
Um,
My
so-
turn, right?
No.
Go ahead.
Lock in. So I know you end up going with Cal. When did you actually realize you had a chance to go to the NFL? Like, was there a time where you're like, okay, like I had a shot? Was it in high school? Was it in college? Was it earlier than high school? Or like, when did you realize like I can make it?
College for sure. I mean, I became the starter as a true freshman and played okay. We were horrible. We went 1-11, but I played okay. And then I think my sophomore year is when I really realized like, okay, I can really do this at the highest level. I played well. We went 5-7. We weren't great again, but I played pretty well. We had a great offense. And yeah, I ended up on some of those like, mock drafts the next year. And that's when you're like, oh, okay. So people are paying attention. And some of the numbers I was putting up were pretty good then. And that's when I kind of realized, all right, I can do this thing if I want to in the NFL, and had a great junior year as well.
Yeah. Talking about getting drafted, obviously you went number 1 overall. What was your draft process like, and when did you know you were going to be the first pick?
Yeah, it was long. It felt like it was so invasive and like just long, and then they have to do their homework. They have to get to know you, and especially at quarterback, and when you're going to get taken as high as I was, they have to do all that stuff. But it felt like you had your guard up for 4 months, with people trying to probe you and ask you questions, the combine, the pro day, try to figure out your weaknesses, try to make you uncomfortable. So that was going on the whole time, and it kind of makes you put your guard up to the point where when you're done with it, you have to drop your guard, consciously when regular people are asking you questions. But I was in Philly on a visit when the Rams traded up to 1. Ironically, I was in Philly. And I met with Doug Peterson there, and he had said something like, well, I guess we're not going to be able to take you. And I'm like, I guess not. Everyone kind of knew the Rams had their eye on me. And about a week later, I visited the Rams. And ironically, again, on that day, Philly traded up to number 2. So at the time, I liked both staffs. I was good with either LA or Philly. I knew, it was me or Carson Wentz going 1 and 2. And on my visit to LA, they didn't tell me, but like kind of, said it without saying it, that they were looking to take me and wanted to make me the guy for the team. And as that was about 2 weeks before the draft. So I guess I would say I knew for 2 weeks, but anything can happen. I mean, if someone would have came with a crazy package for the number 1 pick, it wouldn't happen. But I had a good feeling they would take me, about 2 weeks before.
So you were in that green room for what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, and I know it sounds like horrible, but I was actually like looking forward to like taking a seat and relaxing. To be honest, I know it's like so backwards, but you do all this stuff the whole week, and we were in Chicago and doing all this stuff all week, and all this media and all these sponsors and a million different things, and then finally the first chance I got to like take a deep breath was when I walked in the green room and I'm with my family and I get to sit down and I'm kind of like, man, I got to get out of, I'm going to be here for 10 minutes. And sure enough, it was, you barely get to eat anything and you're up and you're off. And I got drafted at about 7:00 at night, and I had dinner at about midnight after about, 4 hours of media. So it was a long night, but it was a fun night. And yeah, I'll never forget it. It was really cool.
That's cool. That's cool. So being the number 1 overall pick, you kind of got thrown in the fire as a rookie. What was your your welcome to the NFL moment? Like welcome to the league. What was your moment that you realized like, oh?
Yeah, well, the Richard Sherman hit is an easy one. That was like week. That was like my 3rd or 4th week.
Run the clip again.
Run it again.
Yeah.
And people were saying if he didn't get me, Cam Chancellor might have like ended my career. He was coming. I didn't. He was coming in hard, but I was going to go for the pylon, and I probably would have got hit pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the easy one. I in my first game actually I played against the Miami Dolphins. Ben Johnson was on the other sideline, and so we joke about it sometimes. He was over there, and we were beating them, but I got hit by Sue and Cameron Wake kind of like at the same time, like sandwiched, and it was like my first real NFL hit, and it was like, oh boy, these boys are big, and I felt that one, but either of those 2 hits, that would be it.
Interesting. All right, now fast forward to
in my preseason game. Sorry, in my first preseason start was Dallas at home, and they brought Will free safety on like my first 3rd down drop back, and I got hit in the side of the head, threw a pick, and separated my left AC joint all in the same play, and that was like really my first 3rd down in my career. So that was the answer.
That was your first preseason game?
First preseason game, first 3rd down drop back was Will free safety. I didn't even know what Will free safety was, and it hit me in the head, and it took me out of the game, and I threw a pick. So it was not a great start for me.
How long were you out for?
Just a couple weeks.
Okay.
It was my left side. I was fine. Yeah.
Yeah, ACs are horrible. I had those in college. Fast forward to 2018. Obviously, you lead the Rams to the Super Bowl. Crazy season. What was the most memorable part of that run?
Yeah, we were 8-0 to start it off, and like that whole like feeling of being undefeated and like having that ability to like stay undefeated was pretty crazy. A lot of teams go 3-0 or 4-0, but when we started, 7 and 8-0, and the ball just keeps bouncing our way, and even if we're not playing that well, the other team's making a mistake or one person's making a play, it just kind of kept going that way for us. And so that was pretty special. And then I think that playoff, run we went on, specifically the game in New Orleans where we were down like 13-0 or 13-3, I think, and came all the way back and beat them in overtime. And the way that game kind of finished, everyone knows about the non-PI call. But even more, there was so much more than that in that game, and just doing that, at their place. We had actually lost to them earlier in the year in New Orleans, so going back there and getting that win was really cool.
So following that, a few years later, you get traded to Detroit. What was your initial reaction to that after you just led your team to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it was hard. It was definitely difficult. It was a hard time, because it was kind of um, I wasn't aware that was a possibility, or that's something that they were thinking about. I wish there would have been some conversations that weren't had. But yeah, so it was confusing. It was hard. It was difficult personally and obviously on the field professionally. But you put my head down and went to work. Knew we had a lot of work to do. I saw it as a great opportunity for me to start somewhere from the ground and be able to build it up and be kind of the spearhead of that. And I feel like we're in a place now where we can really go out and compete and try to beat you guys in this year and get the division title. And so
Try to whoop that ass.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Been a fun. It's been a challenging 2.5, 3 years, but very rewarding and something I'm really proud of where we're at right now.
Okay. Interesting. We'll get back to the Bears later. So my brother said he told me last year, if the Packers would have beat us and made a deep run, he would have been sick because he would have been on the Packers, this, that, and the other.
Bears.
No, Packers last year.
Yeah.
And we beat them, eliminated them. Just wait. I know when the Rams went to the Super Bowl, you had just left to go to Detroit. What was that feeling like watching them, win games? Obviously, I know we played them my rookie year. We almost beat them in LA. But to watch them, have success, you left, they keep winning, they win a Super Bowl. Were you rooting for the Bengals? Probably, if I'm me, I'm thinking you probably wanted the Rams to do good because you knew a bunch of players in the team.
Yeah,
it
was conflicting because it was so close to, I was so close to so many of those players, and I wanted a lot of them to do good, but at the same time, yeah, there's that deep down part of you that's like, man, I don't want them to win without me.
Right.
But at the same time, I think the part that was overwhelming of all that was that I had friends and teammates that I had for a long time that I did want to win. I wanted to see them enjoy it. I have some of my best friends that were on that team, and seeing them win that was obviously rewarding for them. And it kind of, lights that competitive fire for me to want to go get my own now. And, but yeah, it was very confusing and conflicting, I think, because there's two different emotions there. But the one that of me wanting to see my friends and teammates happy was the greater one.
Right. That's what I thought. So I was in the locker room. I knew you guys. You took the O-Linemen out to dinner, right? Prime and proper.
Yeah, like a week ago.
How was that? How was the bill? Who eats the most? What was that like?
Yeah, the bill was good. It's always good with those guys. They're able to put down some foods. The bill was a healthy bill. But yeah, Frank eats the most. I said it on the radio the other day. What Frank does to a shrimp cocktail, he did it in Indy too. We went to St. Elmo's in Indy last year when we were on our joint practice, and they've got the famous cocktail sauce.
Uh-huh.
The amount of shrimp cocktails he ate that night, I bet he ate 30 that night.
Damn.
And he could have kept going, but he probably had, I don't know, 15 to 20, 25 shrimp at Prime and Proper, and but they all eat a lot. They really all do. But Frank in particular with the appetizers kind of goes crazy.
What about Panay?
Panay puts down food. They all put down food. Yeah, right. they really do. Yeah, they can put it down. It's funny because I'm always
how much to eat.
When I'm eating with my friends or you. It's like we an appetizer, a main, and a dessert. And the amount of appetizers and main courses and desserts that they were ordering, I'm like, are you guys sure you're gonna eat all this? Because I don't want to waste food. And they're like, oh no, we're good. We're gonna eat it all. Don't you worry. I'm like, all right. And they did.
It's crazy, bro.
That's crazy. All right, so this question's for both you guys. Jerry, you can go first. What's your best Dan Campbell story, if you have one? He seems like a character.
Best story. Gosh, one of my favorite ones he ever did was when it was on Hard Knocks when he had the pants with the baby powder in them.
Oh my God.
And so we had lost a game. I think it was a preseason game. We had lost a game in just poor fashion, and it was just this is all the shit we're gonna get out right now. And he was waving the pants, and the baby powder's going everywhere. And it was a good metaphor. It was like, all right, we're getting like the crap out, we're getting whatever this baby powder is out. But it was just funny that he was using props and
Yeah.
Bro, his eyebrows
it was,
are usually brown. They're like white. I'm like, no way. He just and this shit was all on his face.
it was all over the room.
I'm like,
And
that ain't no baby powder. That's something else.
It was all over the place. That one was funny. Saints got better memory than me.
Oh
on
yeah.
those.
For me, I think I already told someone else this, but bro, I think it was preseason game or a regular game, my rookie year. You have your team meetings at night. Head coach talks to the team. So he gets up from the team, he's talking to us. And as he's talking, a tooth falls out on the ground.
No.
He stops talking, he picks up his tooth, puts it back in the mouth, like literally like this, gets the tooth, and then keeps talking like it's normal.
He doesn't say anything.
I'm looking at him like, no way. We're all in the team meeting room like, no way he just did that. But he's acting like everything's normal. And I'm not sure if it fell out again, but he mentioned like at the end of the team meeting, like, oh yeah, that happens all the time. But like he acted like it was so normal for his tooth just to fall out while he's talking. I'm like, no way. Like, what kind of teeth does he own? I'm like, are these dentures? What are these?
Yeah,
bro, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I like the one that he did recently. He did it before too with the music, where he said something like, being a head coach, you kind of get to do whatever the hell you want. So we're gonna listen to some music here in our team meeting, and he kind of just cycled through like 10 to 15 songs and was just like, what do you guys think about this one? And it was just, it was rock, it was rap, it was this, that, and the other. And he's done that twice, I think, since I've been here. And it's just interesting. He wants to expose us to songs that he likes, and then he wants to hear songs that we like.
Right. And then he just, after the last songs, then he just gets up and leaves. Like,
yeah,
like
special teams.
Special teams, yeah. Like, okay.
That's it.
I'm so confused. Any stories with your head coach? Haven't really seen any interviews of him. Yeah.
Recently, he's big on nicknames. He loves giving people nicknames. So, like, recently he put a slide up of like probably like, I want to say like 10, 15 players, and like just like Kyler Gordon was a Spider-Man. He calls me Pitbull because I don't stretch. So he's like, I'm just off the porch ready. So he calls me Pitbull. Who else? He has some funny ones up there. I can't remember. He did some coaches too. We have Jack Sanborn. We call him the Sandman. So it was like the Sandman from Spider-Man was up there. But yeah, he loves nicknames. So everyone has nicknames, and he just did a whole slideshow of just nicknames. Just like what's Claypool's nickname? Does he have one for him? I don't think he did one.
No, he has one.
I don't think he did one. He did DJ Lamborghini. That one was not that good. He forgot to do Mooney. The Moon. I don't know. He calls it Moon. There were so many. I just can't remember right now off the top of my head. But yeah, it was pretty funny.
All right, so I got a few more for you here. You've been around some great football minds. Ben Johnson, who we love, Sean McVay. What are the similarities, differences between those two? Offensive minded.
Yeah, I get that question a lot. I think the easiest similarity is the attention to detail and the pressure on perfection and the pressure on us as players to push ourselves and for them to push us. Like he's always he's very aware of what we're doing and very aware of when it's not what it's supposed to be. And I think other coaches, we've all been around other coaches who let things kind of fall through the cracks. And I think neither of those guys do that. And that's why they're great.
I know we got the new rookies. We got Jameer. We got Sam. What have you seen from them? Obviously, I can say what I've seen, but
yeah,
what have you seen from Jameer and Sam?
Yeah, Sam's got like as natural of hands as any tight end I've ever seen. Is in and out of breaks, how easy he catches the ball is a lot of fun to throw to. He's smart, he's fast, he's strong, he does everything right. Like he's going to be a great player. And then Gibby's the same way, just the way he can catch and get in and out of routes as a running back is pretty impressive. And then obviously his speed when we're handing him the ball off and seeing him get around the corner and his vision, he's patient, he's smart, he gets it. Both those guys work really hard. They're good rookies to have. They remind me of you in some ways when you were a rookie, but we'll see if they are able to make the 3-year jump that you've made. So
Yeah, no, I think I agree, bro. Like Sam, I think his hands are. I didn't know he had. I never watched that much tape on him when we drafted him. Just saw like the highlights that they put. He has some natural hands. I mean, like he waits last minute before he catches. Literally, the ball right in his face, snack. Like I'm like, damn, bro, I'm putting my hands earlier
hands
than that.
catch every time too.
Every time, yeah. And he's big. He run after catch. I mean, I can't wait to watch him play. And then Jameer, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know he was that fast.
I know.
How fast is he?
Sliding.
How fast
He's
is he?
as fast as anybody we got.
4.3 sliding, and his
Really?
acceleration is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Really?
Let me tell you this.
Him or J-Mo?
I would say this: in 100, J-Mo.
Okay.
In a 40, Jameer might get him.
J-Mo's gonna be mad about that one.
I already told J-Mo this. I told J-Mo's face. Jameer might get you in the 40, but in 100, J-Mo's stride is too long. Like this dude
J-Mo
is like a gazelle.
down the field. J-Mo is
Yeah.
just
He's
like
lighter,
Like
too.
literally, the faster he go, the more he
How much
runs, the faster he's getting.
Yeah.
So tell your boy Sanborn if we split Jameer out wide, don't play man.
back up.
It might get ugly. It might get real ugly out there.
Now we know.
Hey, you still got to stop it.
Sanborn's
Well,
a
you see,
good player.
Yeah. You see,
Great
we
play,
play you
great
guys.
play.
We play you guys, and we have one more game. We play you guys again. It's like pretty much back to back. We play you guys.
Do we?
Bro,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like one of those
Yeah.
play another game, play again.
Yeah. It's like, bro.
You guys
We
have
did
2
that with
weeks.
here too.
Yeah, you have 2 weeks to make adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm what? I'm 4-1. No, 3-1 against you.
One of them was a.
There you
We
go.
lost on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
It's week 2 with my only L versus you. My
When?
rookie year.
Yeah, but that's
in Green Bay. Remember?
That
Monday
same-
night.
that same year, the last game, we were number 1 seed. Like we didn't really.
And what happened? What happened in the playoffs? Okay,
I don't remember.
I do.
Okay.
What do you feel is your best skill set as a quarterback?
I think the most important one and the one that I'm best at is accuracy. I think if you're not accurate, you got no chance, and I think I'm pretty accurate.
And then, since it's accuracy, what advice would you give kids trying to work on, improve on their accuracy? Obviously, maybe I feel like, I don't know, for me, I feel like some of it's natural, but maybe you can speak on that.
Yeah, it for me, it's very natural, but throw a lot, get reps. That's the only way you can get better at it. I throw a lot in the off season and try to continually keep my arm in shape. And I feel like the older I've gotten, the more reps I've gotten, the better I've gotten. And it's like the 10,000 hour rule or whatever. The more you do it, you become a master at it. And I'm hopefully on my way there.
Yeah, I'm naturally accurate too.
Like I'm very accurate. Who's our third quarterback, Jared? If we had one in the game, so say we got you, Teddy,
year,
whatever.
We will have a third quarterback.
Okay, fourth. Who would be the fourth?
I don't think it's you.
Thank you.
Who is it?
Thank you. It's probably a running back.
No, it's not Demo.
Yeah.
I promise, it's not.
It's
Demo.
gonna be Demo. Trust me.
Put a running back there and just run Wildcat.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, he can't throw.
Okay.
There's gonna be no pass threat.
Did you watch the Niners against the Eagles in the playoffs?
They had McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Bro,
Exactly. You can throw
yes, bro.
like NFL completions.
Yeah. Be honest.
If I'm in Wildcat, yeah, he's seen me throw.
I've seen him throw. But okay.
I got a cannon.
Oh my god.
If I'm a quarterback, they can't just blitz. Like they can't send everyone.
Do you have a double pass? Do you have a double pass in for you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have a double pass. Does he have a double pass? He doesn't. I do.
You have a double pass? You guys run it?
Yeah, I had it last year. Yeah,
I think he's scared. He's scared to call that one off the play sheet. He's like, I don't know.
No, we literally ran against the Packers. Boom, pitch it to me. I roll out. I think it's the same exact play you guys scored against us against the Pack when I was in Packers.
So you guys are stealing plays from us.
The same when you hand it off and pitch it back.
Tom Kennedy can throw. You can't throw. TK is throwing the pitch.
The reason why I wasn't listen, let me explain why I wasn't the one throwing. We had ran that play a few times before.
Yep.
And so they knew it was the same formation, same look. We literally ran the same play and I just pitched it to TK. Touchdown. We build plays. Ben's a genius. He's already building shit. So
anyway,
that's the story is, we did that.
I'm the thrower.
What I was going to ask you, EQ, is like, at what age did he start talking crazy like this? Like, as the little brother that just like starts spouting off craziness.
I want to say, I think it was when I went to college. I think like when he started balling out in modern day. I would see highlights.
He had the blonde hair.
Yeah, I'll see highlights of him like punting the ball in the stands or like he wasn't doing that before. But when I left, like when he left Survey and went to Notre Dame and I went to Notre Dame, I would see the videos on like Twitter or social media and stuff like that, and then that's when he started acting a little crazy. He lost his mind a little bit, but
Don't listen to this bozo, bro.
Hey,
Do not listen to
can you
him.
tell this story? Maybe I have to ask you it before. When you took the punt back and then ran off the field?
You're talking
When
about in high school?
Yeah.
It was just, bro. We played St. John
The
Bosco.
story
in high
I
school.
heard was he had to go to like a recruiting thing, and he was going to get pulled at halftime, and he took a punt back at like right before halftime and just kept running right to the locker room.
That's not what happened. That's not what
I wasn't there for
happened.
that.
I had an official visit to Notre Dame to watch you guys play SC.
Mm-hmm.
That was my senior year. We were playing
J.
Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were playing J. Sarah. I wasn't there yet. So we were playing J. Sarah at my home stadium. I think flight was, I had a red eye. We play, our game started at 7:30. It's like third quarter. We're blowing them out, obviously. They punt me a ball. Boom. Deep one. Ball bounces. I pick it up at like the 2-yard line. I'm like, oh, shit. Make dudes miss. Yada, yada. Cut back. I score. We're up now a lot, even more. I'm like, I like to get a few stats up before if I were to leave. I want to, score, do something, and not just be there. So I scored, and I was like, dude, I might not make the flight. I talked to my head coach on the field. He's
like, as he's scoring.
No. I scored and went to the sideline.
I went straight to the locker room and said, guys, good luck. I'm out of here.
Took my pads off and caught a flight. That I had to do it. And then actually I did it again against another team, but that's another story. I had to go visit Michigan on an official visit. I didn't end up going there. Sorry, Aiden. I know you love Michigan, bro.
He knew he wanted to go to UC, so he knew he had to act a little crazy. They all act crazy over there.
Where did you want to go initially?
Me?
Yeah.
USC.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then ended up going to Notre Dame.
I made a better decision. So, Jared, what could be your top 4 like receiver set of all time NFL? Who you picking? Like if you had 4 receivers
all time,
and they can't all be Lions players. Like you probably maybe put one in there, maybe like Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, I'll do Calvin.
Okay.
Jerry Rice.
Okay.
Randy Moss. Who would be like, and then like T.O.
Okay.
That's a good top 4, right?
That is.
Calvin.
And then the fifth, I would have been Saint, but I didn't want to include 5.
Yeah. You already have 1 Lions. Okay. What about active players? Not all time.
You want to give my top 4 right now?
Mm-hmm.
If you could play with 4.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I already take a spot, so just your top 3.
I'll name one guy. Tyreek Hill would be fun just because it's like he's such a game breaker where you can kind of throw him the ball anywhere and he can just take it to the house.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun, and his speed vertical would be fun. I don't know if I'm going to name you 4.
That's fine.
But I like it. He's like just so special with the way he can start and stop. It would be fun to play with.
Okay.
But I love our crew.
Yeah.
Love our crew.
I do.
I got a question for you. You have four artists that you can pick, watch a lineup, concert, dead or alive, doesn't matter who you picking.
Dude, these questions are hard for just to put somebody on the spot with.
Some of the greatest ever. You can pick whoever you want.
Ever. Okay, I'll go Eminem.
Okay.
I'll go Drake.
Okay.
Lil Wayne.
Okay.
And then just to not do rap, I'm going to do the Beatles because that would be fun to see them live.
Okay. Fair enough.
Is that good?
You want to hear mine?
Yeah, let me hear yours.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Drake. Burna Boy. Kanye West. Great lineup.
Horrible.
What? You might not see me for a few weeks after that concert. I might pass out.
Oh my God, you're not doing shit.
Who are your 4 again?
Mine was Michael Jackson, Drake, 50 Cent, and I threw Rihanna in there.
Nice. Yeah. See, that's like a good 4. I don't know who Burna Boy is, and maybe I should, but I don't know who that is.
you know, if you heard a song, you would know. I'm about to play a few songs for you in the locker room.
Okay.
You would know.
Yeah, again, I'll explain like last. You probably know that one.
Bro, I was supposed to. Don't even get me started on the August, bro. I'm a real DJ. I'm a real DJ. Ask my brother, Nimmy. Tell him that I can DJ.
You can, but I can do it too, so it's not that hard.
But tell him the next. If we had a little team party a week ago.
They didn't let you spin.
He brought his laptop.
I brought my laptop. I wanted to spin. I already had a DJ there. He wasn't bad, so I was like, whatever. He's doing good. Let's just have fun. And it wasn't working. I have a record box. They were using Pioneer, so it wasn't really compatible.
Gotcha.
But if it was, Nimmy, tell this man Jared I would have had that mother lit.
I'll let you do my wedding. You can do the after party at my wedding.
Oh, please. The next party we have, I'm DJing. I promise.
Okay.
I don't care what it is. Halloween. Marvin just wants to have a party because that's what he loves. We're doing it. I'm DJing.
Okay.
Send videos. I want to see.
I got you.
I want to see the crowd. I want to see the crowd reaction to what you're playing.
Right.
Yeah.
This dude Jared loves YG, so I just know I throw some YG on. He's gonna be happy.
Yeah. Okay. I respect it.
I love YG.
But nah. That's it, man. That wraps it up for the show this week. I appreciate you being on, Jared. It was awesome.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Wherever you guys find your podcast, make sure you guys check it out at the 33rd Team on YouTube. But that was it. We might have another guest for you guys coming up. But for the meantime, peace out.